Welcome to Reality Exposed, the realm where shadows of truth dance with the beams of the known. You're listening to Francine and Gina. In this sanctuary of sound, we peel back the layers of the world, the one you think you know. Earth, a realm of wonders, of secrets, of mysteries concealed in plain sight. With each episode, journey with us as we delve deep, unmasking enigmas and seeking the truths that lie beneath the surface. Are you ready to step beyond the veil? For what you find might just transform your understanding of reality.
Hello, and welcome to Reality Exposed. I'm Masking Global Deceit. I'm your co-host Francine, and I am joined with Gina, your other co-host. Hi, Gina.
Hi, Francine. Long time.
Yes, guys, I've been having a lot of internet issues, so that's why we haven't recorded anything in a minute. Um, but it is what it is. So.
Hey, and we're matching now. Look at our background. The yellow.
Yes, I need to dress this up a little bit. I don't know.
I like
I had
it. I
I
like it.
used my green screen last time. I just didn't have the energy to put it up today.
Oh, you don't need it. It looks good.
Okay, so Gina, you want to tell everybody what we're talking about today?
Yeah, so The Sound of Freedom, the movie that had come out a while, actually 5 years ago, and just was released publicly. They were making a lot of excuses. Why did they want to share it in the theater? They were even, I think you even mentioned to me, Francine, that they increased the temperature to make it hot in there. So people were complaining. So that way they're like, oh, it's broken, it won't work for you guys. You can't see the movie. But people are watching it. People are watching it. And Francine is going to be talking about what she saw and what her opinion is about the movie. And just also wanted to get your opinion if you watched the movie. And we wanted to see what you have to say about it.
Yes. And don't forget, you can always reach out to us through our email. That is realityexposed@gmail.com. And if you go to my website, www.almaspiritconnections.com, I do have a um, little button on there that you can leave us messages there as well. So, trigger warning. I hate that term. It drives me bonkers. If you haven't seen the movie, you may not want to listen to this because we are talking about the movie. So, yeah. So I
Spoiler alert.
finally, yeah. Spoiler alert. That's it. That's it. Um, so I finally did get to see the movie. Gina got to see some of it. Um, how do I say this? It wasn't as graphic as I thought it might be, or at least as it could be for sure. I know I thought it would be a total tearjerker. Maybe for some people, I did get a little teary eyed at the end though. But it was a good, it was because it was a happy ending. Um, I've got to say, this guy Tim Ballard, he's something different. To be able to do this and save children, and especially like while you're undercover and you have to watch some of the things happening, and because like at one point one of the bad guys wanted to take this little boy off by himself, and he tried to stop him, and there was a gun pulled and all this stuff. So you know his buddy did come in, and he's like, no, you just give the man what he wants. So he had to give the little boy back, but he found another way to stop that. Um, so anyway, the premise of the movie is he was doing this kind of work, maybe not as in depth as he went, But he met this little boy. He saved this little boy. Actually, he caught him at the border, in this guy's van, and he knew it wasn't right. Something was off. So, needless to say, he rescued the boy from a trafficker. Well, the boy had a sister, which you see at the beginning. You see the woman come into the house, and she's taking him for modeling or whatever it was. She was, she was actually Miss Miss Argentina or Venezuela or Colombia or one of those countries. I don't remember what country it was, but um, yeah, they showed her in her crown and all her glory, and she was trafficking kids.
Wow. And that's what they do. Going back to like our first episode, I think when we were talking about the child sex trafficking, a lot of the celebrities, you'd be surprised. There are the ones who are helping out, like Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah,
And no joke, seriously, you need to look this up. And of course, don't look it up on Google. Do your own research. We always say, please do your own research. But they're there to assist these traffickers, and they get a
mhm.
cut, obviously. They get money, and everything is about money. And no, sex, children, none of that, nothing, even to child laboring. It's disgusting. And I don't know. I was when I heard about the Oprah thing, and then some other celebrities, I think they did get caught
And
that they
then
were involved in.
The
Oh,
Clintons, their
oh yeah.
foundation. That's how Kate Spade
Yeah.
hung herself.
Yeah.
Hang herself. She didn't commit suicide. Anybody that hangs themselves off a doorknob, I don't get it. Because
I
couldn't you
mean,
just put your feet underneath you?
yeah.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, it doesn't make
So,
any sense.
no.
Yeah. A
If you
doorknob.
really want
Yeah.
to kill yourself, you're not going to do it where you can stop yourself because it would be natural instinct to not choke to death.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. But he did say um, that there are more people being trafficked in the sex trafficking rings than there ever has been in legal slavery.
Wow. That's nuts.
And most of them are kids.
Now, why is it that you think they want children?
I don't know.
Is
That's
it
so
because
gross.
it's so taboo that it's not moral, and it doesn't come to
Well,
anybody's mind that that they have so much power that they're just going to do it anyway because they know they can get away with it? Is that drive them, those
see,
elites? Like, I don't get it.
he didn't see the whole movie did not go into the whole elite side of it. But now, okay, so we know some of them do it for their worship, with the whole
Mm-hmm.
adrenochrome, there's all that mixed in it. But no, some of them, like they were talking, and they were saying, like, just, I forget if they were in Tijuana or something. I don't know what they were saying. And they were talking about, like, oh, some drunk, hungover college kid,
Mm.
that's a pedo. And I mean, I heard a story about some kid I went to high school with. He was a pedophile. He was also a freaking cop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then he got put on house arrest. Guess what he was doing while he was on house arrest?
Oh, I can only imagine. Kitty
They
stuff.
caught him. Yeah, they caught him again. It was all back all over on his computer again.
I mean, don't you think they would just confiscate, like they would just turn off the internet completely from the household or something?
You
Why
would
even give
think.
access to like a
And it's
computer or even a
so
phone?
bizarre because this dude was like so quiet and mellow, and
Yeah, it reminds me of that
nobody I would
Subway
have
guy.
ever thought would be a pedo.
Like that Subway guy too. Remember he was like all famous for
Jared, yeah.
supposedly, yeah, for losing weight on Subway, and then sure enough, lo and behold, he was a pedophile. It's just because like, whoa, people that you least expect. Seriously, like, okay, remember that movie Hostel? Was it Hostel? There's been several movies that I watched. Oh no, it was 8 millimeter with Nicolas Cage. It was the first one. So this guy, so another spoiler alert, by the way. So if you haven't watched 8 millimeter, I'm going to share something that's like the end. The main guy here goes and does all these snuff films, but they're actually he's really literally killing people. It's not even
That's
it's a
just, yeah,
legit,
that's what a
yeah.
snuff film is.
And so what happened is at the very end, the Nicolas Cage finally catches up with him and then follows him to his home and everything. And then his home, he has the crosses and like, it's all like a home where, you would then worship, you know, your God there. And once he took off that leather mask that the guy was wearing all the time, because he was the one doing the killing in all of the videos, it was like this, like a Jared look like from Subway, just some plain guy who's chubby that really didn't speak good. He's like, and he had like the cross on his neck, and it was just like so bizarre. I'm like, and yes, these are the people that you at least expect.
I did feel bad in this movie for one guy. He was helping Tim. I don't remember their connection because that was one of my in between times that I
Mhm.
watched. And they he met up with him in like some bar in like Mexico or somewhere, and then knock it off. It's the
Is he
cat.
scratching your furniture?
No, she's playing with my battery to charge my watch.
Oh,
I can hear it going off the wall.
yeah.
But anyway, the guy was telling him his story, and I guess he'd got a prostitute one night. He thought the girl was about 25.
Mm.
She was 14. And she'd been turning tricks since she was 6.
6 years old. Wow.
Yeah, and it's like the guy looked like he was going to cry, and Tim looked like he was going to cry. And it's like, and I felt bad because even though he did have sex with her, he
Mm-hmm.
totally did not know what he was doing.
Yeah.
He did not know she was a child. And he felt pretty bad about it. So, but like, I haven't watched Netflix since they had that show on their cuties.
Yeah. We don't have
That was another one.
Netflix.
And what were their parents thinking?
The whole John Benet
Yeah,
Ramsey
yeah.
story too. It's like that was an interesting story as well. It's like, but it's very interesting because guess who was with the Ramseys? It was that Maxine Gillan. What's her name?
Was she?
Yes, I have a photo. Yes, she was in the background somewhere. So I know something shady, of course, was going on. Like, I don't know. I have to look into that one again. But I do have a photo and
Her
it said
parents
something.
both knew what happened.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, like cuties. What got me was because I wouldn't watch it, and Netflix did not want to take it off the air. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't about child trafficking. It was worse. It was just straight up exploitation. And what the fuck are the parents thinking? What are you doing? You're shoving your kid into basically soft porn.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, what's wrong with these parents? Are they just thinking about money? They're just really exploiting their children and like you might as well just they're you it's like an open invitation to all the pedophiles. By the way, here's my children. But yes, I want
Facebook
money.
Facebook has
You know,
groups. Facebook
they
has
what?
pages.
Oh my goodness.
When I first heard about all this child trafficking and I was, becoming aware of all this stuff going on,
Yeah.
somebody had sent me a bunch of groups or a bunch of pages on Facebook. And I reported every one of them. And they were like, oh, the kids are dressed, there's nothing wrong. We all know what this is for. It
Yeah.
was disgusting.
I think I
It
even
was,
mentioned to you, like even on YouTube, they have it where they'll say certain timestamps at a certain timestamp of like a video of a child playing, a little girl playing, but yet all of a sudden she's in a position where then you can see like her underwear, undergarment, or whatever, and then they'll timestamp that and put that in the comments, like check this out for da da da. Da. I have a video about this guy just sharing on YouTube. And there's why I'm laughing. We're going to be posting this on YouTube. And but about him showing like how sick these people are and what they're recording
did you
and
send
why.
me that? I think you might have.
Did I?
Because I
Yeah, I
remember
may
seeing
have.
something like that.
Yeah,
But
I'll resend it to you.
the parents continue to put their kids all over Facebook, all over YouTube. And they
Yeah.
know damn well what people are looking at these kids for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
'Cause I remember when she's 20 now, but when she was littler, I used to take her to the water park. And it was a SeaWorld water park. And I told my sister, you better not buy her no bikini. The
Mm-hmm.
most covering up you can do for her, because if I see one freak look at her, I'm gonna kill them. Because that's
You
what they
remind me
do.
you remind me of my own story. So when I was a little girl, maybe around like 11, 12 years old, and someone was supposed to be supervising us, and we were at my apartment complex pool, and my house is literally across here. You can see outside at the pool from the windows at my apartment. And I must have been maybe 11 or 12. But so I kind of developed at a younger age, but I had a one piece on, and then I had some sunglasses on. And I swear he looked like at least 30 something, if not older, comes up and starts talking to me and sitting like, they have all those long chairs and like kind of like lay down like next to me, not on my chair, but they're just like welcomed himself. And I was just like looking at him all weird. And then I had taken off my sunglasses, and then he's like, "Oh, you should leave your sunglasses off. You look much better without your sunglasses." It's like this guy is like in his 30s, and here I am, almost 12 years old, or if not 12, and sick. I'm just like, and I think I just got up and I left and went home right away. I'm like, forget this, I'm not having to deal with this. It's horrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, I am out. Luckily, my home is literally right there. So I just went, but I'd never seen him after that again. So I don't know what he was doing there at the pool.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. The freaks, they go sit at, like, they'll go to water parks, and and I'll tell you what, some people will dress their little kids in these little skimpy bikinis. Now, I don't know if you know what happens to a bikini on a little child. 9 times out of 10, when they're playing in the water, that bikini goes everywhere.
Even as an adult.
It rides up and all.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why would you?
Right.
But the stores, they sell that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To promote that. And it's interesting is, so do you remember the movie Married with Children? Or not movie, the TV show from like back in the 90s with Al Bundy
Hmm?
and Peggy. But okay. So I was showing my husband this. I said I used to watch this as a little girl because they have it on Hulu, I think, as a whole, has all the seasons and everything. So he thinks it's funny, and I'm like, can you believe I was actually watching this as a little girl, like it was a family show, because then they would have like these women come out and the chest all showing and all flirting. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's even making me feel uncomfortable now just watching it. And then I was like, wow, those things I was watching as a child, I can't imagine that right now. Like I would never have my kids watch anything like that. I was like, we even kind of fast forward the parts ourselves, like, oh, it's too much.
I remember when I was little, I forget what movie it was. Something makes me want to say Day of the Dolphin or something. It was a rated G movie. I mean, I was little. My mother got mad because they said damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember back in the day, that's no words. Now they're saying F-bombs in rated PG movies,
They're saying them
practically.
on television
Yeah, on television.
because they were saying it on TV before I quit watching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know how those shows get away with that.
Parents don't care anymore. They think it's just normal now. Oh, it's normal now.
No,
No.
I keep seeing that Jim, what's his last name,
Uh-huh.
Caviezel,
What?
that he has named names of the Hollywood pedophiles, but I can't find it anywhere.
I may have something. Maybe. I'll have to look. I have like an archive of stuff that's just there.
Because, it's, you look at like all the childhood Disney stars. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
tell me they are unscathed?
Yeah, I mean, remember Britney Spears herself, and we were just talking a little bit about her story and what she had to go through. They're just using her for money, just like, hey, do this, perform here, here, and they just collect, and lied to her about her finances.
Yeah, but I almost guarantee she was abused too.
Oh yeah, all of them,
Bieber. And,
all of them, all of them.
well, I saw that one time, I think I mentioned this before, when I was watching a clip with Justin Bieber and they were showing like one of his videos and they slowed it way, way down. And like
Mm-hmm.
it was all graffiti on the walls and they slowed it down so you could see what was said. And it was some startling words. And then it showed him, Chrissy Teigen called him on stage or something, and he had to go up there, and she's like trying to maul him, like, ooh, and it's like, gross, man. He's like 12,
Oh
this
yeah, at
mess,
that 12, yeah.
and you can see him. He's just like so uncomfortable and trying to get away from her, and it's like, yep, she's another one.
Oh, for sure. She even admits it about even like eating kids and stuff, is like eating babies and things like that. So one time there is this interview happening with Megan Fox and also I forget that guy's name. They both played in the movie
Is she?
Transformers.
Oh, okay.
What's that guy's name?
Shia.
Shia LaBeouf or something, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Shia
they're
LaBeouf.
yeah,
Yeah.
so they were interviewing them and they asked, well, what is something about Steven Spielberg that we don't know? Or, they're like that he eats babies, and they're all laughing, like, because none of us that would believe it, like you're like, yeah, right, because they were just promoting the Transformers movie, and that was a long time ago. And so everyone would just like, whatever, but actually he is. What do you think happened to the poltergeist girl and how she died, in the movie Poltergeist? Is because he was feeding her drugs and she died from that. They'll say, oh, she died because of was it cancer or some type of medical illness. They cover that up. No, she died because he was giving her drugs so he can do whatever he wants with her because she was young and blonde and cute. And then she died. Yeah, I have a story
I
on her
want to
too.
know why that Matthew Perry died.
Oh, I didn't even know he died. When was this?
Matthew Perry?
Long time ago? Because he was an
Two
addict,
weeks,
right? 2 weeks ago? Okay, never
two,
mind.
three
I'm thinking.
weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, but he got sober. And they're saying they did not find drugs in his system.
Yeah.
So that tells me something's off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Matthew
I
Perry.
question every time I see somebody dying now. It's like, really? What happened? How did they really die?
I know. If we can just have like a newspaper or a magazine of just like how our podcast is, like, question this, you know?
I swear, though, when I get better at being a medium, I'm going to talk to some of these people and ask them, tell me what really happened.
Yeah, tell me why too. Like, what's going on? Like, we want to know everything. That's what I always ask. I said, I want to know everything. Just feed me whatever information and whatever I need to know. I want to know. And the sources come to me. And then I like look into it further and I'm like, then I have all these aha moments, light bulb moments. And I just like, it all makes sense to me. I'm just like,
Do you know who I thought about? I was thinking, like, in terms of like celebrities and what, the child celebrities, especially because they're the ones that are being abused.
mm-hmm.
How did Brady kids get by with nothing?
Hey, we don't know that for sure. Brady
We don't
Bunch.
know it for sure, but
Oh my goodness. The Brady Bunch.
well, they are pretty normal as
Yeah.
far as childhood celebrities go.
Yeah. Because all I've heard was the only one, it was like what Peter Brady, he was doing some like reality shows on VH1 or something like that a long time
Yeah.
ago. And that's the only thing that I remember of the Bradys. Otherwise, like all the other actors, I don't even hear about them anymore.
They tried to say Greg slept with the mother, but he did not. I don't believe
No.
he did.
Florence, what's her name?
Yeah.
Florence. Her real name, Florence, I think. Yeah, and then I was just going to tell you about, we're to talk about Justin Bieber. So as he's gotten older, I've heard of him doing things, and there is this code word of yummy, meaning talking about child pedophilia. And even in his music video called Yummy, 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 in the actual video, you can see that the children are like in there playing they're the band. They're all like little kids, like no, probably like 10 or younger. Yeah, and then once I learned about what that word yummy means, or what yum, their code word, and then them having that in that video, in his music video, in his song, and then seeing those kids there is
Yummy,
like
I think, was young boys or something.
something like that. I forget.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Something like that. Yeah, I forget though. It's like so weird. I'm like, oh yeah. Like, even in their videos, you can see, and their videos are so nasty. Like, I don't even want to watch them, especially like Lady Gaga's videos. Yuck. Yuck.
She's
And
gross.
he's gross. It's a guy. He's
Huh?
gross. He was born a
Uh,
man.
I'm not surprised. I'm not
And I have the real name. I
surprised.
actually have a story and video all on that too, like about Lady Gaga.
Michael Obama,
Oh, yikes.
that's a dude.
Mike. You mean my Mike? Remember that little clip, that sound bite of Barack Obama saying that? You mean my Mike, my Michelle?
Yeah. Who does that? That's not a that's it's a Freudian slip or something.
I mean, if they were doing these stuff back in, the Anunnaki days, changing like all these the genetics, and what makes you think they're not doing it now? They're the elites. They're hiding all of this stuff from us. The secret society carries secrets, and in the last podcast, I was talking about that, about how much they're hiding from us. They can do all this stuff. They're just, everything's hidden from us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all just hidden from us because they want to keep us dumb, and
Like
they're
that
laughing
video
at
with
us.
the Pope kissing the
Yeah.
hands of Kissinger, Rockefeller, Rothschild, I think. There's three
Mm.
of them. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and he's kissing their hand.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Well,
ew.
look at the Vatican. It's a friggin' lizard or a snake or something.
A reptilian. Look at our own money, our currency. It's reptilian money. Look at it.
Yep.
Like, you have to examine it. It's a pattern of a reptilian. It's like like the scales and everything of it. It's disgusting.
really strange.
Scaly
I
skin,
want
scaly
to.
money.
I came across something the other day. They were, what was it they found? You know how like all these people are like getting really nasty cancer, and it's like straight to stage 4 now. They are finding something. Something from the vaccines, and
The
it's starting
graphene
this
oxide.
cancer. No, no, no. What did they call it? No, like one of the fluids. It's
Um,
in the middle of the cancer cells.
wow.
Oh no, I know what we could do for our next show. Talk about the snake venom.
Oh yeah, the snake venom. I have a video on that too. It's so funny. Let me tell you, my husband, he's like, Gina, you have the video on it. And he was teasing. He was like, go to Gina. She has the video. She'll give you the resources. Just ask her whatever. She'll tell you.
At least he's got a good sense of humor.
I think he's had enough and he just laughs at me all the time.
Does he believe this
So
stuff
I'm always
though?
like, whenever we're watching the movie, he expects it. He says, I don't believe all of it, but he's coming around. He's coming around.
Good.
Hey, I told him I'm from a different galaxy and all this stuff. my soul anyway. I'm obviously born here on Earth. And then I even have like the Cassiopeia star constellation marked on my face. I can just connect the dots and makes a freaking sideways W. It's crazy. I was like, hey, you know what? No, so no wonder why everything shifted on my face. I don't have freckles right there. I thought they were just like something else, but no, it's from the Andromeda Galaxy. I'm like, wow, this is so neat. I'm just learning and learning and learning more. And he's
I
just like,
wonder which one is represented by a triangle, because I used to have a triangle on my
oh yeah,
face.
they'll say a triangle also means you're from some other not here. Not here. Well, we already know that though of you. So I
Well,
used to
that
have a triangle.
and if you look at your birth chart,
I would
that
look at
says
my
a
birth
lot
chart.
too. Like, because mine's shaped a certain way.
Oh wow. Yeah, I have to look at that. So
I think it's
neat.
shaped. Mine's shaped like a bowl or something. I don't know. Something.
Yeah, so
It's
we're here for
interesting.
purpose. We're here for a reason, and this is our reason. We have to share this stuff with you so you have some awareness. We're trying to ascend your trying to help you ascend here.
Yes. I mean, don't live in fear. I mean, you can't. You just, that's not even in existence. Um,
Yeah.
but it is always good to be aware of what's out there.
Mm-hmm.
That way, you're not buying the bullshit that they're trying to shove down your throat. I still want to do, I actually have a tomato, but I need an organic tomato.
Oh, that fish thing, hon.
Yes.
Ugh. Every time I'm washing my sink and then I had chopped up some vegetables or whatever, the ones so I'm doing my own garden, but they don't produce as fast. Course,
I
and
got
so
some tomatoes growing outside.
yeah, so I was chopping up some tomatoes with the little pieces there, and I was like cleaning in my sink, and I was like looking down, like, what if it's gonna do a little like, a fish movement or something? Because that was so weird when I saw that video.
What we're talking about is I sent Gina a video. They used a tomato, piece of wheat, and something else. And you take one that is non GMO organic, and you take one that is genetically modified, and you put them in water. And the ones that were genetically modified were swimming like fish, really like moot.
It literally got cold chills talking about that.
It was disgusting. I was like, oh, I eat tomatoes.
They're all in our intestines, like,
Yep. Yep.
ew, gross.
It's crazy. No, they did say though. I did watch another video. You mentioned graphene oxide. They said graphene oxide's turning us into cell phone towers.
Like that movie Cell. That
Yep,
movie was crazy. Yeah. I was like, oh
it's
my goodness.
insane.
It's like deep, 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 deep.
I don't want to be around when that third alarm gets sounded.
Mm,
Probably next year. I
yeah.
don't know. I'm waiting for the shit to hit the fan soon. We got elections coming. And Argentina just elected their version of Trump.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's right. Because at my church, the son of that president or whatever came to our church and spoke. Yeah. Oh, was it from Argentina or was it from Brazil? Somebody, I don't know, but it was
I
kind
think
of
they
like
said
a,
Argentina. Could be Brazil. I don't know.
it could be both because they're all, because they're all, they're all like, we had enough.
It's gonna be interesting this whole election period.
Yeah, I have
It
not
is.
watched the news at all. Like I haven't even watched my local news that come up as pop-ups on my phone. Um, it'll pop up, but I don't pay attention to it because I
I
like to
saw
know what's
something
happening around
pop
me.
up and I lost it and I haven't found it again. Something
Oh,
Biden just recently did. Another creepy thing. He was talking about some girl's ears during the Thanksgiving thing. I don't know.
ew, nasty.
One lady who I guess she's not normally, one to say something like this, but she called him a creep. His own
Yeah,
people are turning on him.
yeah, it's pretty nasty. I was like, ooh.
Jim Carrey's going to be fired soon.
Yeah, the mask. Oh, that was
Did you see
hilarious when
where
they had that
he
out.
scratched his neck?
No, I didn't.
It was like I saw a video and it was like this lady was recording it and he went like this. She goes, "Oh my god, it's a mask!" Because it stayed like indented. That was not normal skin.
Ooh,
It could have been altered or whatever.
I know. Oh,
Who knows?
there's so many things I can say because I was just thinking about our world that we live in, and we were just watching kind of a little bit of the Beetlejuice downstairs earlier this morning. And it was a movie that I actually was watching as a little girl, but like Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin and their character when they have that whole like little model of their town, and then my husband's all that town looks because in the beginning of the movie it looks like a real town. He's like, that town looks fake. I said it. It is. I said it's just as much as the simulated reality that we're living in. It's just like this. And he's like, "Oh, Jesus, here we go." I said, "We're living in the Truman Show. Like
Yeah.
it's an assimilation. It's all off of numbers and codes. What do you think the Matrix? Or they get all those coding? It's like everything's through numbers. It's
Well, like we say, that Hollywood is showing us in plain black and white what they're doing.
100%. Oh, I know. I was like, "Oh, you want to see a reality TV? Let's watch a movie in sci-fi today." You want to see a documentary? Let's just turn on something on
Yeah.
any of the
Turn on the
movies.
Matrix. Watch a documentary.
Yeah.
Um, it's crazy.
Oh my
I want to
goodness.
talk a little bit about the pyramid code too. Um, what I learned they're saying what pyramids are and what they were used for. And very interesting stuff.
Oh, pyramids.
Yeah.
Did we do the one on Jesus? We didn't talk about Jesus. Remember those videos that we were
Mm-hmm.
learning from I forget the source's name.
The Somali texts or something.
Sumerian text or something like that. But
Sumerian.
the people that were actually showing those videos and their handle on either TikTok or YouTube. I forget who they're called. Revolution something. I
Let me see
forget,
if I
but
can
that they
find
have
them.
good information. But it makes sense about Jesus. I was like, this makes a lot of sense. And then now that I'm
Do
listening
you
to
think
like the
Jesus
Bible,
ever heard the word Christian? No, he didn't. Um, and if people really think about this without getting into that topic, um, okay, Jesus is the Son of God, right? And that makes him better than us. How? We are all God's children. He is no more any different. Well, he grew to be a lot more different because he reached enlightenment, as did Buddha. You
hmm
know, I have I consider Jesus an ascended master. I don't consider him a god.
So this is the thing. He even said in the Bible, you will do better works as I have done. Like we would do better works. So I mean, hello, he's even saying that. And apparently, I forget the guy's name, but the text in the Sumerian text from the tablets and whatever Jesus did say that is in the Bible are very accurate. Because he studied all of that Sumerian tablets and all of that history. Like I forget this guy's name. He's on TikTok a lot. He's a black guy, very educated, very knowledgeable, and it makes sense. Whatever he says, it makes sense to
Have you
me.
ever seen it's Astral Legends, I think.
Astral Legends. Okay.
Have you ever seen the wolf guy
Wolf guy.
on TikTok?
No, I don't think so.
He cracks me up.
I'll have to
I'll
look
have
him
to
up.
send you his thing, yeah. Because he just tells it like it is.
Yeah.
He's he's another one fighting to keep his accounts all the time.
Oh man, everyone's trying to shut everybody down, who's trying to share any type of truth out there. It's just matter of like planting seeds. Like I just love planting seeds, and then if it resonates with you, then you're like, ah, okay, let me go ahead and look this up, or let me search within. Even ask your spirit guides for help. Just ask for help. It'll be shown to
Spirit
you.
guides and angels will show you what you need to see,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're
but you
there to
got to
help.
ask.
They're there to help.
Just think of them standing around like, do 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 do. When are they gonna ask
We're on
me?
Idle. They're like, and I'm reading a magazine.
Yeah, and
It's
they're
like
watching
on
us
hold.
do stupid shit day after day, minute after minute, trying to figure it all out ourselves.
Right.
And all we have to do is ask.
Just ask. This is what I did all the time. I was like, please help me. I need to know. Please give me the wisdom and knowledge that I need to know for whatever I'm supposed to know for this lifetime or whatever. It's like, I want to know. It is given. And here I am with Francine. So,
It is nice to know, though, that there is more than this.
yes. Oh,
That we don't
way
just
beyond.
die.
And we're feel like I'm in a prison planet right now. We're in a prison planet. There's just so much more that is kept from us. And that's why we haven't been to that enlightenment state where it's like, I can see now. You literally, when it says the truth shall set you free, it will literally set you free in your mind. You will
Well,
never.
our biggest issue, too, is our egos, the
Oh,
human
yeah.
ego.
Like, yeah. Yeah. That is true. Be led by the spirit and not the ego.
Yeah, that's easier said than
I've let go to my ego, but it's still there. It's still there. It comes out. Throttled
good
to
luck
some
getting rid of it. You'll be looking at it for your entire life. Believe me. But like the ego isn't just like what some people think it is. Oh, they got a big ego. They think all this about themselves. That kind
No.
of thing. The ego is what keeps us small. It keeps us not wanting to try new things or venture out into the big bad world because, our ego looks at it like, well, we don't know what's out there, but
It
this
tries to
ain't
protect
great right
us.
here. This ain't great right here, but we know what this is.
Mm-hmm.
We know what to expect here. We know what's safe here. We know what's not safe here. But over here, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So we will stay here. And that's what
Exactly.
our ego tries to tell us. So take those steps, guys. Jump off that bridge. Not literally, don't really jump off the bridge, but I mean, take the leap of faith.
Get uncomfortable.
Yeah, you learn so much about yourself being uncomfortable.
Yes, put yourself in situations that you thought you would never be in. Like, oh, I never thought I'd do this, but I'm here now. Okay, let's see how this
Around more
goes.
than 5 humans at once.
Hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, could be a big step for some, for sure.
Yep. It's my favorite thing. Believe me. I was going to stop at the grocery store yesterday. I'm like, oh no.
That's why I don't
I
like
took one look
driving
at
too
them.
sometimes.
I almost got hit yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
I never go this one way to get home, but I had to stop and drop off my equipment,
Mm-hmm.
what I thought at the store, but no. Um, so I went straight down this one road, and here's a guardrail, here's me, and here's a big black truck, and I'm in like
Mm-hmm.
a Nissan Rogue SUV.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God for the horn. I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
goodness.
and because you can just see him coming over, coming over, coming over.
Oh
Hello,
man.
your lifted truck. You can't see me down here.
Right. And you're an
Um,
SUV, not like your small car.
white, white. Like, hello, yeah, I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people don't pay attention. They don't give a shit.
Yeah. I pick
Nope.
off the energies when I'm driving. I can tell, like, okay, this county's no good. It's heavy. I feel heaviness all of a sudden, like, ugh, when I'm passing through a town or something, like, ooh, forget
Yeah,
it. Ugh, gives me the heebie-jeebies.
you
Even
just feel
here,
that
ugh,
dense energy.
the dense heaviness. It's like, ah, I don't like feeling, and I'm feeling more and more these days as I'm like tuning into the abilities that I have, and now I can really feel more. It's like, oh, geez.
Yeah, it's. I just wish I'd get through this ascension. This is kicking my ass.
Yeah.
At least it's not as physically painful as it has been before.
Hmm.
But now this one, I'm just so tired
Yeah, that's part of
all
the
the time.
process. Yeah.
Yeah, my awakening, I didn't know what was going on. I mean, my hip hurts so bad. I was like ready to go to the emergency room one night.
Yeah.
What did I do to myself? I must have broken my hip, and I was wandering around on it. And I'm like, no, you're not going to the hospital. I didn't even go to the doctor. Thank God, 'cause I don't think they would have found anything. Because
Yeah.
once the awakening started slowing down, I didn't hurt anymore. It's like, well, that was interesting. Physical pain too. Yes.
Yeah.
But I fully expected a lot of shifts to be happening once I moved.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what I'm always experiencing. Like, like sometimes I feel like I wake up to a different alternate reality anyway. And I'm like, okay, things are moving around and, things are just weird, a lot of glitches. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just go with the flow. I'm like, okay, Gina, this is probably where you were yesterday, even though it's the same surroundings and same thing, but something is still off, and you can feel it too. And it's very, I even caught myself. I was editing a podcast, and this has happened multiple times where I'm editing myself, and or the podcast conversation, and then my other self comes on too, talking around the same time, but doing different things. I can hear it. I recorded it actually. I had screen recorded something or video recorded from my phone. And then I did it again today before I even got on here with you. I told my son, come here, listen to the other Gina in the background here. And you can see the sound bite too. It's like
See, I lose time. I told you about that time I was in my kitchen, right?
yes, yes. And you're like, where am I now? Where what happened?
You know, when I said something to my roommate, I went to answer one question, but what came out of my mouth was like from the other place. And he was like,
Yeah,
what'd you just say? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. What did I just say? And
right.
he goes, nothing that had anything to do with any. It was like nonsensical, basically.
Yeah, we're traveling. Our consciousness is traveling.
I sat here one day, just sitting on that little chair over there, and I leaned back, and I'm just like, and I did not fall asleep, but I looked at my watch and it was like 3, 4 hours had passed. I'm like, what the?
There's movies on this to what we're talking about too. They're all over the place. Coherence is one of them. Uh another one that they had was called oh shoot. Something about multiverse. It was called Multiverse, but they'll add their little like Hollywood,
Oh,
action
of
in there and
course.
stuff. But the premise is pretty much what we're talking about. Like how you can go to alternate realities. It's like, and I always tell my husband, you don't remember at all? I said, okay, a different Victor than I always tell him. I probably was a different Victor. He's laughing at me. It's like crazy.
If they only knew.
But you know who does know? And it's okay, and it's is my son Dominic, and I swear it must be he knows. He
I
knows.
finally mentioned to my niece about her past life, and I didn't even have to say it. See, because when she was little, well,
Hmm.
ever since she was little, and I'm talking a baby, she's been deathly afraid of fire. Like
Mm.
you could not light a candle around this kid. And she
Traumatized.
was she was so young that she didn't know she could burn herself because she couldn't get a hold of it.
Hmm.
It's not like she knew from experience that that sucker was hot. She didn't know. She used to have night terrors. I used to think, why would she be deathly afraid of fire? Ooh. But I wasn't into all this stuff back then, and I was just like, yeah, that could be. They do say we have more than one life, so. And I'm like, I think I know why you are so afraid of candles. She was, her and my sister, like, they chimed at the same time. Past life. And I was like, why, yes.
Was it just like birthday candles or just candles in general?
Any flame.
Oh, any flame, I see. Yeah.
But
Because
they used to love to burn candles in the house. And,
mm,
you know, now they're down to candle warmers. But yeah, to this day, she hates candles.
yeah. And then I was just listening to something about singing happy birthday for the kids and the candles and then lowering the lights, singing happy birthday, and all of us singing at the same time. That is, was it Rogan? One of his podcasts, he was actually sharing what that actually meant, the whole happy birthday, and how it goes down to like an evil, like some type of seance, kind of like not a seance, but what do you call it? Like a summoning of something evil. Or I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised. It's definitely accepted in the world. So whatever is really accepted and and influenced is definitely not for us. It's for their benefit. Because this world is corrupt, as we know. And I was like, wow, it makes so much sense. Candles, lower the light, all together singing, whatever. And no wonder why these babies are like crying, because they sense that energy because they're so much more
Uh-huh.
aligned.
Oh, her first birthday when we all sang happy birthday, she freaked out.
See, she
And she
knows.
was a very happy baby, but yeah.
after happy birthday, it's like, oh, and my son paid him when he was like 2 years old. Okay, so his dad had videotaped him. Um, and then he was like, he's all happy birthday, 2 years old. No, no, happy birthday. I have the video. I should send it to you. It's hilarious. He's all mad. I was even gonna throw his Godzilla toy at his dad, like no happy birthday. He's another one who
Oh
knows.
wow.
Man, he knows. Like he gets like, yeah, he knows things too. I think it must be in like the this our maybe his whole family. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I wish I would have known. I mean, I did know, but I didn't know. Like, I didn't know I was reading energy my whole life.
I know I did. I thought it was like normal. Well, it's like
I
not
guess
normal,
I'm
but
a
like,
good judge of character.
yeah,
You know, people used to go, "You're
right.
such a bitch," because they'd be like, "Oh, come on, I'll introduce you to this person." Nope, I'm good. Maybe, oh, you don't want to meet him? Nope, I got enough friends. I'm good.
Yeah, you don't need to meet
Just
people
say
if you don't want
hello. And
to.
I'm like, no.
Like this, huh? From afar away.
But it seems like I was right every time about these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you knew. And you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's another reason I have issues with like being around a lot of people because it's too much fake bullshit in one area. It's just
To tell me that's why I think
it's
I'm a hermit.
suffocating
I I
because
used to go
people
out
are
all the
so
time.
fake.
I just watching them like, oh,
Can't stand it.
I told my husband because we were watching some movie and there's a bunch of women, a baby shower and stuff. I said, if you ever see me in a group like that, just shoot me, please. I cannot be in around women just like, oh, you really? How's your day today?
And they can't stand each other.
And they hate and they'll talk about each other behind everybody's back.
Yeah. I don't want to deal with that. It's just I
No
don't feel the
time.
need to be rude to people out in public unless it's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you keep to yourself, I'll keep to myself. We're good, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta,
Yeah.
I don't got to fake nice to anybody.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm not very good
Exactly.
at that. This gives me away.
Yeah, like it'd be in high school, it's like people like, oh, well, you can't sit at our table. Well, you know what? I don't want to sit at your table. Leave me alone. Who says I want to even associate with myself with you? No way. Fakeness. I can't. I can see right through everything. Like it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, thank you.
I've always known when I was being lied to.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you never you can, or even if information is kept, I can tell.
Yeah.
Like someone's keeping information from me. It's not they're not
Yep.
lying to me, but there's something that's not being shared
Something's
to me that I
deceitful.
needed to know. Yeah,
Something's
exactly.
deceitful.
I'm
Yep.
like, this doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. So yeah.
All right, guys. We don't know what we'll talk about next week, but we'll talk about something.
Yeah.
But if you get the chance, check out Sound of Freedom. It was worth the watch. Um, oh, you can find it on, if you want to stream it, it's on angel.com. Sign up there. I think it's $20. So I actually need to cancel it now because I've watched the show. Now I can cancel
Is it like a free trial?
it.
Okay, but
No,
you
it's
pay up
20
front.
bucks. Yeah, $20. But they also, like if you want to donate theater tickets and stuff like that for people
Oh,
that can't
okay.
afford to go. And yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Nice.
Yep. All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye.